Now. Well, hello, welcome to another Avatar Creator interview stream. That's a long title. I'll eventually get that settled. We have two lovely, amazing creators here today to be part of the interview. Which the first question was be them introducing themselves. So there's that. Oh my god. Okay. If you have any questions, be free to ask. I will do my best to catch up on questions. So please be patient with me. I appreciate it. And all that stuff. So let's get started on the interview. Obviously, first question: what is y'all's names and what is y'all's store page called?
Okay, well, I'm Novapie, and my store is Lily Novapie. That simple. Same on everything, pretty much.
I'm Kitrion. Kitrion Assets is my store page. Most likely you'll find my Gumroad, which is inactive, but there is a link to my PayHip. So, no, my stuff is not $5,000.
It's not.
Man, that's crazy.
Instead of $5,000 to tell you, please do not buy this, there is a link to my other store where everything is right.
My god. There's so much going on. I don't know what's going on. There's so many noises.
Looks like you got an ad.
Oh, love that. We love that. We love that going. I also, in the pins in the stream, both of their links are in the shop, which I did pin your PayHip link, not your Gumroad.
Yes, you got mine.
Yeah, I went to go searching for it, and I was like, "Where's it at?" I am doing
my Gumroad is still what shows up on Google. My Gumroad is still what shows up on Google, or is the first thing. So I have links to everything there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I'm so sorry for the ads, guys. It happens. It's fine. It's okay. I would want to wait, but I don't know how long the ads are. Oh,
I mean the ad had Harvey Specter from Suits in it, so it's completely fine.
Fox. Oh my god. I'm not ready for today. My chat disappeared. We'll get to the next question. What made you come up with those names?
Okay, my name, I always kind of had Nova in my name, like, since I first started playing video games, and so I kept that. And then Pie is actually because of my grandmother. Every Friday, my grandmother and I would go to McDonald's to get their apple pies, and so I put the pie in my name for her.
That's so cute.
Nova Pie.
I love that.
For me, I think when I was trying to develop my shop name, I enjoy citrus, and I was trying to search for citrus names, and Kitrion is an old, I think it's Greek, but a generic term for citrus fruits. So which is why I have lemon, lime, and orange as my store colors, and why I'm green.
I love that.
But Kitri is also the name for a ballet I enjoy.
Oh, I love that.
Or not the name of a ballet, but one of the characters.
I love that. I love hearing like how people come up with their names. This is always unique.
Yeah, they always have a different backstory.
Yeah, it's always different. Like one person, they're like, "Oh, it's literally my last name, so that's why it's that." I was like, "Oh, that's fair." How long have you been creating? Because I know y'all also make assets and avatars, so obviously it's going to be a fluctuate for.
Yes, it's been a while. I've been creating for 4 years now. Three of those I've been selling. So 1 year I was just kind of like doing personals and doing my own thing. And then Scratch assets, I've probably been doing almost 2 years now. So
Oh, okay.
before that, I was just kit bashing and learning.
Yeah. I think my store has just been around for about a year now, but I was kind of doing stuff for myself before then. So about a year and a half, almost 2 years, but a year just kind of myself, then opened a store.
And here you are.
Yep.
It's been crazy.
Yeah, I started with assets. Yeah.
And now making avatars, which that one, oh my god, gorgeous, beautiful, love it. What inspires y'all to create? Like, what gives y'all inspiration on making y'all's stuff and everything?
Mainly like just being able to take nothing and make it into something. And just I don't know, like being thing activity basically. It's mind blowing, especially with VR and just asset creating and avatar creating, and especially making stuff from scratch. It's like your mind is endless, right? So whatever you can come up with, you can make pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, with a 3D world, you kind of have the ability to defy the law of physics. Things that you would think you'd only see in sci-fi can now be achieved in the virtual world.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah,
I enjoy being able to take ideas and work with them in 3D. I enjoy making things, but 2D art is not my forte. But being able to do it in Blender and model it works a lot well. I enjoy it.
I
So
love that.
pull
Yeah,
inspiration
definitely.
from different things, from different TikToks, Pinterest. Seeing me like, wait, I could make this in 3D. I could do this.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because literally, the mind is, the possibilities are endless, and also trying to like learn new things too is also exciting as well for creating or even making assets. So,
Yeah, definitely.
my God, so many things going on. All right, what's your
You can
favorite
do it.
avatar you've made and asset? Since y'all both make assets, I gotta include both of them.
Oh my gosh. Probably like design wise, one of my favorites is Oris, which is my statue girl.
I love her.
Just the flowers and everything on her, like the crystal flowers, it's just, yeah, it's hard to choose, but she's one of my favorites. And then asset wise is probably oh my gosh, probably the Adeline hair. I've been really enjoying doing hair lately, and that one is very long and sleek bangs, and I love it so much. I've been using it a lot lately.
Yeah, for me, I don't have as many avatars to choose from right now. So Makisa is my favorite. She's the Egyptian themed avatar that I recently made. A little bit of a learning curve with her. As for asset, it is a toss up between the new cyber flows that I made and Sheldon the turtle pie.
I love him. I will protect him.
Sheldon is wonderful. He's a turtle made out of pie, or a pie that's a turtle.
He's one of my favorite of yours too. I think so.
We love and protect him, okay? Also chat is screaming hi and saying like freaking out y'all are here. So
Oh, hello.
Hello.
What is your least favorite avatar and asset y'all have made, if y'all have any?
My least favorite. I don't really think I have a a least favorite. I mean, I have my most frustrating projects, the ones that like I learned I push myself more. Like the more I push myself on a project, the more I hate it and the more I'm frustrated. But I always end up liking them in the end. I think probably the most frustrating ones was my newest run, Ren, just because I did really, really new stuff I'd never done before, and so it was like learning something new, and it was so frustrating. Half the time I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, but then I kept pushing through, and so yeah, I love her, but she scared me so much.
You're just like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, not again. But no, yeah.
I think for me, it was probably the first iteration of my avatar base, Keisha. She's come a long way from what I first originally modeled her as. And she's coming away again, or she's come a long way, and I'm gonna redo her again. But yeah, that was a learning curve because it started off as just building a head. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna build a head, and then I'll just use someone else's body and feet, and then someone put me on there. It's like, just make it all from scratch, and then the bug was there, so I did the entire body from scratch. Like, there.
You have one question for you. You're the chosen one. Is Kitrion wearing Nebula by Foxy Paw?
Yes, this is a heavy edit of Nebula by Foxy Paws. I edited the face a lot. I made it smaller, and then the feet smaller, and yeah, it's an edit of Nebula.
It's cool. It's what someone said.
I took the avatars and I molded them. I put them all into Blender, picked and chose the clothing I enjoyed, and I also forced her into T-pose because I hate working with A-pose. So she has heavily been edited. But yeah,
we still love her. Next one was there an avatar y'all struggled with making but still pushed through? Obviously, you said Rin. I know.
Yeah, Rin was one of the top ones. I mean, I think the majority of them give me issues just because with each project, I try to learn something new and do something I haven't done before. Whether it be like a grabbable prop that you can also drop on the world, or like with Rin, I'll give an example on her. I did UV tile discard, which I'd never done before. Basically one material, but toggling stuff between that within the material with Pyomi. And I was like, I'd never done this before, but it's supposed to be more optimized, but I have no idea how to do it. And so I did on almost every single item on her does that. So it was a long time.
It was a process.
Yes, it was.
Keisha was still that for me because when I was releasing her as a base, I realized everything, all the textures had to be done from scratch. I wanted to include hair on her, but obviously I had to do the hair from scratch, and hair is not easy. So all the clothing, everything had to be done from scratch, and so I could say that I made it. I couldn't use an eye texture from someone else. Yeah. That was a learning curve of doing everything. So yeah.
Pretty sure you were like, she's done. I don't want to look at her anymore.
It was to the point where I was like, you know what? Maybe I won't include her with hair. Maybe I won't include her with this. Maybe this looks okay, but then it doesn't. And then and then I had made it, and then I had done her quest side, but I used a program in Blender for the hair, and it assigned a different UV map. And so when I put it on quest, the color was completely off. It only showed up as this dark red. Nothing looked right. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I was trying to research why is this happening, and then I think someone mentioned something about a UV map, and so sure enough, I went into Blender, there were 2 UV maps on it. I'm like, oh, that's why. So when I removed the UV, the naming of just removed it to 1, it fixed everything. I'm like, oh, thank God. The end of that project was starting to. The end of this project was starting. I'm like, I need this out. I need to fix this. Yeah.
Oh, this is a big question. While creating either in Blender / Unity or just the beginnings of the character, what do you use to continue your inspiration when things go wrong? What an interesting question.
Oh, that is a really good question. Because I definitely know, like, when you're first designing a character, it can be a little frustrating sometimes to, like, kind of figure out exactly how you do them and how you want them to be portrayed and how you want people to see this character. Especially for me, like, sometimes I think the biggest thing I struggle with my characters is clothing. I'm not always the best at, like, designing outfits and making them kind of unique to them. So a lot of things that I'd like to do in the beginning is I take my time with the design first off. Like, never rush yourself. Have fun, right? We're having fun. You want to have fun when you're doing it. And so, for example, I went on Amazon and I bought design sketchbooks. And so I use those to draw clothing designs because I do better with paper and pencil than digital art. And so I do that for my clothing. And then I also bounce ideas with Kitrion or G. Like, we'll go back and forth. We're like, oh, what do you think of this? And they're like, oh, it might look a little bit better if you do this. So having ways that you work good and also having friends there to kind of help you really makes makes a difference. So it's usually what I do.
Yeah, I bounce ideas off of Gianova a lot. Pinterest also really great. I kind of create a board for each character and pull clothing design ideas. Try not completely recreate them, but just having an idea of how the style of clothing I want on the character. For me, there's a little bit extra on having to build the texture on the avatar because they're furry models, so each character kind of gets their own specialized design. And that is not my forte, Substance Painter. I love Blender. I tolerate Unity. I despise Substance Painter. So it's also making clothing that will accentuate whatever design that I put on the avatar as well. Yeah.
Y'all have a lot of questions, so be ready for all of them.
Okay, we're ready. We're
Next
ready.
one, do you prefer to create assets or avatars more? Which one do y'all prefer?
I think I like both, to be honest. A lot of the times, if I'm getting a little burnt out on one, I'll go to the other. So, like, I'll be working on Dandelion, for example, this Dandelion, and then I'm like, oh, I'm kind of getting bored of this, so I'll go and I'll start working on an outfit that I think is cute, or like a tail set, an ear set. Or a lot of the time I'm making assets for the model, right? So I'm making the clothing for them. So they kind of go hand in hand. It's like I need both to do one or the other. Or at least for the avatar, I need both to do the one. As an asset, I don't need my model to, like, release it and everything. But I enjoy them both equally, I think.
That's fair.
I am also kind of in that area. I've been trying to focus a lot on my assets. A lot of the assets I release are also releasing alongside the avatar, so I can take a break from the avatar and just work on an item for the avatar, and then I'll release the item for the avatar. Assets are nice because they can kind of cleanse your palette because they can kind of somewhat be quicker, and then it allows you to take that break. But I also like working on avatars because they're fuller scale projects, I guess, and it feels like you can accomplish a little bit more in a small amount of time because it's like, all right, I've done my Blender work. Now I need to do Unity. Okay, now I need to do more Blender work or have to work on. It feels like there's a lot more chances for small milestones to be able to push through a project. That makes sense?
Yeah. Oh, it keeps coming. What is your workflow? Do you sketch your projects on a different medium before starting or work in Blender? Do you build a character sheet? What's basically is what someone's asking.
A little bit, yeah. I'm not the best at 2D art. Like the most I'll do is like almost like stick figures, but like I said, I bought a design sketchbook. It was meant for like fashion school. It's meant for something like that. So they already give you a pre-pose of a body, and then each page has a different pose. And so I use that to kind of draw out what I want for clothing wise. And then I also will have sometimes I'll even go into like Ibis Paint, right? And they have like default bodies that you can put in. I'll do that, and then sometimes I'll pull inspo photos in like from Pinterest or Google. And usually what I look for is because a lot of the time my clothing's very, very specific for what I want. So a lot of the time when I'm looking for stuff, I'm looking at the shape of the clothing, and then everything else is designed by me. So your best friend is mix and matching. Like, oh, I love the shape of the heart button on this shirt, and it's like, oh, I love the lace trim on this one, and then just putting them together. So I spent a lot of time doing that, and then, of course, building the lore of the character. How do I want this character to feel? How did they grow up, and how does that make them interact with everything, and what should they have? Especially with their props. It's like, oh, Ren has a knife because she needed to protect herself a lot of the time. So there's stuff like that. It can go really deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the workflow for me is starting in Pinterest and grabbing all the things, and I think I start off by designing the character, getting a random idea for the story of the character. I build up the texture and probably just put random clothes on her so I can get her into Unity and do the material work, and then from there I can kind of understand what clothing I want to make for her, and then I go into I'll use Procreate and then just use poses or random poses in there and draw the design of the clothing, because I also try to focus on making stuff from scratch as much as possible, even though they may not be as great to start. The goal is to work on stuff from scratch, partly because of G and Nova. I'm like, they're doing it from scratch, so I need to do it from scratch too.
You're like, I'll join.
They push me to do more stuff.
I love that. What kind of tips do you have for people who want to make assets of any kind? And would you all make videos in the future on how to make basic assets for people if they want to learn them?
I think the biggest thing, the biggest tip I can give is don't be afraid to mess something up. Like, we all started somewhere. When I first started my first assets, they were rough. The topology was not good. They were really high poly. A lot of the time there were holes in something because I didn't know what I was doing. So it's okay to be not to be perfect, and you're learning, right? That's what it is. You're learning. Make a mistake and learn to move from it. Keep going. I would potentially be down for doing videos. I'm not always the best at explaining stuff, so they would probably be all over the place. It's mainly why I haven't done any. Like, I probably could, but I would probably need to. It would be kind of hard for me. I'm not good at explaining stuff at all.
I've been trying to film some videos for like certain add-ons that I use in Blender that make things really useful, or in Unity. But there's also a lot of people out there who already make good tutorials that I could probably add to it VRChat wise, but that's where I started, was looking at those tutorials. A lot of people will tell you to go build a donut. I do not. I don't like the Blender donut tutorial. Personally, I think there was one that I followed that was really good. Was it made like this bunny rabbit, witch rabbit thing, and it taught you how to use loop tools. It taught you how to use the mirror modifier and subdivision surface modifier. And considering most of the people in VRChat are typically going to be making a stuffed animal assets, it was a really good starting point, because you could really take stuff from that tutorial and use it again. You want to find tutorials that you will utilize. So most people aren't going to utilize a donut. But maybe I'm biased. The donut was really boring for me.
What? We're not gonna be making donuts? Oh man!
I mean, how many donuts do you need? How many donuts do you need?
All the donuts.
Find tutorials that you'll use. But yeah, don't be afraid to make mistakes. When I first started, starting in Blender, I remember I textured everything in Procreate, and I had to figure out where things were, and that was so hard. Substance Painter did give me the ability to do a little bit more, as much as I hate it. It did make things a little bit easier for texturing. You can texture stuff in Blender. Blender has been doing a little bit better for their texturing. There are some add-ons that you can get that make it so you can make layers of your paint layers. I don't necessarily know how they work, but they do exist. But yeah, I usually port stuff over to Substance Painter because it's easier, as much as they take money.
One more thing I'll add with learning stuff, you don't only have to search VR chat how to.
Yeah.
You can search any really game design related to Blender to kind of learn how to make stuff. Especially like a big thing. So like when you make stuff, you'll have to be able to texture it. So one thing you will look into is like UVing. How do I UV unwrap an item? So you make an item and then UV unwrap it. That's your next step. So like finding stuff related to that, they'll usually go hand in hand. So once you find one of those, you'll find the other. So something to look into.
Yeah, there's a Google for everything. Also, Blender is one of those things where there's about 9 or 10 ways to do one thing, and what one person finds hard is not what someone else finds hard.
100%.
So
100%. Yeah.
we all have different ways of doing things, and we'll be in chat. I'm like, why don't you try this? Because I'm
like,
doing it this way.
It's like, I like doing it this way. I don't like that way.
I'm like, gee, why don't you just click this and go here, smooth all weights, and it smooths all of them at once? Oh. And then we have, it's... but yeah, so Blender is one of those things where you probably only touch maybe 10 or 15% of it. Blender is a huge program. You can do animating in it, full scale stuff in it, but a lot of that you won't touch. A lot of it you'll probably just be touching the modeling and the data mesh transferring, and there's a lot of VR chat specific add-ons that make things really useful. But yeah.
Yeah, when I got onto Blender, I was looking at it, I was like, oh my god, there's so much stuff. And then watching tutorials, and it's like, you won't even use half of, like, none of it. And I'm like, oh thank god.
Yeah. Especially with avatars, you won't touch as much.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you're just doing avatar stuff, you'll most likely just be sculpting and parenting objects and weight painting. Weight painting itself is fun.
Sounds so excited about it.
Fun. when it cooperates, it's completely fine. When it doesn't, it makes you
my
cry.
My headset's dying. What the heck? Hold on. Let me fix that real quick. It is so
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh.
okay. I'm broken.
They're
I'm broken.
alive, sort of.
I realize I'm looking at the stream, but I have I put my screen to my left, so if I'm looking this way, it looks like I'm looking away from the camera.
Yeah, I just realized that my headset
I just looked
so low. It was at 15%, and I was like, "Oh, that's low. I need
Probably
to
plug that in.
fix that." It's plugged in. That's the thing. So I guess the outlet stopped working.
Oh my goodness.
I have the problem where my dog will get off of the bed, but when he stretches off of the bed, occasionally he'll yank one of the controller ports out. And so I'll get into VR and I'm like, my foot's not charged.
There it goes. It's charging
I'll have
now.
that.
That's so funny. I was like,
Otherwise, I have an
wait.
index, so it's automatically charging.
Okay. Let me read the next question so that way people can hear. Also, hi Bunny. Straw Bunny's in chat.
Hello.
When away from the bustle of creating avatars and assets, what do you do to unwind?
Oh my
I
gosh.
know what you've been doing. I know what you've been doing.
I've been obsessed with Repo. I've been playing so much Repo. My little brain I love to hoard little shiny things, and so my brain's like, I love this game so much. Me and my little cart. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. But no, I've been chilling. I've been trying to be a little bit more active. Like, I got myself a treadmill recently, so I have that too. Fun. Yeah, mostly Repo and eating. That's all I've been doing.
That's fair.
Yeah. I think for me, I guess I'm still creating stuff, but personal projects are definitely useful. Being able to work and develop my Sona out a little bit more. There's that, but also playing games. I'll get in VR to actually play. Slashco is one of ours that we often go back to,
Yes.
so I'll play Slashco quite a bit. What else? If I'm playing another game outside of VR, it's probably a farming game. I've been trying to go back to Coral Island, replay that one. But sometimes I don't like sitting at my computer, so I'll get in VR chat, sit in the Popcorn Palace, and then I'll start the game in VR, have my controller lay down in my bed, and be watching TV while playing a game in VR. So
I love that.
mini TV. It's a mini TV.
I love
But
that.
yeah.
Hey, do what you do. Do you? You just do you.
It works. It works. Might not be able to play Red Dead Redemption. If I play a stronger game, I usually can't be in VR chat. That's a little bit more tough, and I'll have to just play in the Steam VR home menu. But it still works.
That's so funny. Next question. Oh, we already answered that one because it was just the like. Do you know any good video, or make an instruction video on avatar assets? Ugh, so we answered that one. The next one. Oh, it's right there. 2 questions. One, for Kitrion and Nova, and one not. One, what are your girl ambitions for future projects? Working outside the box is more. Ugh.
Oh, working more outside the box, I think.
Yeah.
I have a lot planned. This year I kind of have more aquatic themed models planned and like assets and hairs. So I don't want to give too much out, but yeah, like I said, I love to try new things and like making new systems. I've really been trying to dive into more of like the Unity side of things this year. So doing a lot more Unity systems. So you guys will probably see a little bit more advanced stuff on that side
All snap.
this year from me.
Yeah. I'm still on a learning stuff of, especially Unity wise, because I started with assets and I started with kind of like doing kit bash of stuff, but then I started having to diversify from I still use VRC Fury. I on personal projects VRC Fury is useful. But I had to diversify and learn not to use VRC Fury for paid projects, for like building out the animator window and filming all the animations and stuff like that. I still have a lot to learn. I have a couple project ideas. I want to remake my base. There are things that I kind of understood with Bones that I want to redo. I have a circus-themed avatar planned, and then I have a magical girl idol theme planned. But that one probably won't come out until later in the year because I am likely going to make it a human-feline hybrid. So it means working with a human head. That is actually something I want to work with this year is a human body. I'm not well versified in the humanoid. I look at a human and I'm like, I have to put a head on a body. I'm like, but there's no I'm not used to humans.
You're like, I'm ready. No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
That is literally how it feels. That is literally how it feels. I'm like, I'm gonna start, and I'm like, this feels weird.
I can't do it, Chief. I can't do it.
Not my cup of tea.
So it's probably the only way I work with humans is if I make it a human furry hybrid. So
do what's more comfortable for you.
I feel very comfortable in not a human.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. The second question from that person is: this isn't for them. What's the world I've been kind of hunting for it again for months? Oh, this world, yeah, it's cozy. Cozy calm is what the world is. Pretty world. Highly recommend. Next question is: what are you more excited to learn in the future?
Ooh. There's a lot of things I want to learn. The biggest thing for me, especially recently, I've been trying to be as optimized as I can be while still including a lot. So that is a big bonus of doing your own, like making stuff from scratch yourself, is I can kind of monitor like where all of my stats are going. So that's been a really big thing for me. This is my goal this year, is to be a little bit more optimized while still providing a really unique experience, I guess. Pretty much.
That's fair.
Yeah. I want to improve my material work. Even in this last month and a half, I've learned a lot of different things you can do with materials in Poyomi that I want to utilize on other avatars. Yeah, I'm still at the beginning of avatar stuff, so it's I just want to make things people enjoy.
That's fair. You got this. I believe in you. I'm cheering you on.
I'm excited to start working on the circus Abbey though. I am starting to get the itch to work on it, so I'm probably gonna start that soon.
It's like right when we get off. I gotta go. I gotta go work on it. Gotta go. Oh, Nova, you have a question. Do you have any plans on making any more masculine avatars?
I do. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm sure if you're from my server, you know that I was kind of anxious to do male models just because I have a really hard time of not making them a glitter bomb, if I'm going to be so real with you. I love glitter, and it's so hard not to just put glitter on everything, and I have to hold myself back. So, but I am, yes, I'm learning.
Wear glitter.
You know what? You guys want glitter? I will give you glitter. But no, I have one, which is a matching to Bubbles. His name is Saren. It's confirmed she will be getting a counterpart. And then my current whip, which is Athena, who is the lionfish mermaid, she will be getting a matching too, but I have not yet spoiled that to the server yet. Like, they have not seen anything, so you guys don't get the name or anything yet. But I can confirm 2.
Yeah, 2 people in chat were like, "But why? We love the glitter bomb."
You can always turn the glitter off. Make an animation for it.
Yeah.
No, they want it. They want the glitter bomb.
Have a masculine switch. Have a
Make 2 avatars.
just
the
have a
same
switch.
one. Glitter, none.
Glitter.
told you
I
we need
told
more
you we need more glitter. Yeah.
Accurate. Last
Accurate.
one so far is, have you two thought about making worlds for VR chat? Novapie has made worlds. If you're in their server, they have actually made some worlds.
Yes, I have made a few worlds. I don't really know a whole lot of them. Honestly, it was just kind of me. Like, I do have the Blender knowledge, luckily, so like doing the base in Blender was easy. But putting it into Unity, world stuff is completely different. It's like there's coding and stuff that you need to do, and like udon scripting, and like I don't know any code. I have never done code in my life. And I do want to dive into it, but it's just realistically, I don't have a whole lot of time for it. Like you got to choose kind of one or the other. They're both a lot of work. So, but on the side, I would like to do more.
I don't know if world stuff interests me as much. World is also a lot more work involved than avatars. Just because there's a little bit more upkeep, I guess. And Udon, and so there's Udon uses a couple different ways. I think you can technically do coding work, scripting, but I think Udon is a visual, a node based thing. So I don't know if I want to touch worlds. I think I am enjoying avatars and assets. I'll make stuff for worlds and then just give it to them to add to the world.
I made this here. And you're like, cool.
World projects also get really, really beefy in terms of space, especially like projects themselves. Like even my avatar projects, like if it's like one of my, or when I start putting all the materials and all the matte caps and any textures that I use in a project, there are projects that get to be 30, 40 gigabytes. And they start taking up space. They start taking up space. And world projects, they can get pretty big. So yeah. Oh.
Who has been your all-time favorite to make, and what did you love learning when you made them?
Oh my gosh, another favorite. Okay, so one of my favorites, top favorites, is Bubbles. Like my store page is actually themed off of Bubbles. And I think with Bubbles was the biggest thing was the world drops I learned from her and kind of pushing the boundary of what those could be. Because usually before it would just, you maybe get like a chair or a bed, but I was like, I'm extra if I'm gonna be honest, so I want something more. And so that's where her water dome came from. So it's like you're literally in a water bubble, with a bed, and like you have little octopus plushes in there, and you can like stretch them to the ceiling if you want. And it's also because I'm a real few. I have social anxiety, so it's like if I want to be there, but I don't want to see a lot of people around me, I just plop my dome down, and there we go.
Fair.
And then if people don't have your avatar turned on, it's just you don't see them, but they see you.
I might look a little stupid sometimes, but I'll be there.
There are times where I've been in a bubble world and apparently I've been sitting in a hot tub the entire time and I wasn't aware of it. Because someone else plopped a hot tub down. Just one of those weird things. I think for me, my personal projects though are what I enjoy working on the most because I'm developing out, I guess, my Sona node a little bit more, and I'm wearing things that actively feel me. Because anytime I make a different character, it's just slightly different, and like I'll sit in it for a bit, but I always gravitate back to being in a green yellow avatar.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to change outfits a lot.
Be like, oh, I'm not feeling this one. Changes to this one. I'm not feeling that one. Changes that one.
I am not the person to ask about optimized avies because I put everything on my avatar. I do have one separated now for all the flow toys I put on, but
Literally, the only reason she separated her stuff is because I used to run on a really bad laptop, and her model would crash me. I couldn't load her model, so she made an optimized version for me, so I could at least see her.
When I first started using the flow toys, it was however many pages of flow toys. It was like the menu was like, I swear there was like 15, 20 menus that was pushing the flow toys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was anytime a new one came out, I was yoinking it and adding it to the avatar. And yup.
Add to the collection.
People are always like, why do you have so many bones? I'm like, hey. Now I pick and choose my flow toys more, but yeah, it used to be putting everyone on.
Now you're just like, maybe not that one. I have something
I found my
similar.
favorites. I know what I like to use.
That's what matters, right? At least you found a favorite. Would you consider making a femboy Abby? Is what someone asked.
Like, maybe. I mean, a lot of my females nowadays are gender fluid, so they'll have body modifications to change. And then I usually try to also offer hairstyles that would work better with that. I mean, I would. I had one that I'd started, which was Lumiere. I broke some stuff on him, and so I had to stop working on the project for a little bit because I was so frustrated. But I do have Lumiere planned. That is strictly a femboy, but most of my female models are gender fluid now. So I probably won't do a whole lot of just femboy.
I think mine, I've tried to give more androgynous options for mine as well. But it definitely, as much, I don't know what I don't understand more, humans or males. And then if you could combine them both, it's even more difficult. It's also the push that I want to be able to work at stuff that I've made myself, and I don't understand. It's one thing to make a female body because you can kind of understand, but making a body that is not your own is also very difficult.
Yeah, that is completely true. And then last one for right now, before I get back to mine. My God. Have you ever considered working on assets and avatars for other platforms? Like Resonite or even Second Life?
Probably the only time I would ever do something for another platform is if I'm active on it and I know how it works. But it's not something I've looked into.
Yeah, I've considered stuff for Resonite, I think. At least for my base wise. It's actually something I've been wanting to look into is having stuff set up for it. But I haven't used the platform at all, so I really don't know how it works. But all my stuff is if you can make it work on another platform and want to use it for personal use, go right ahead. Is kind of where I sit. So I think I want to either work for Resonate, but I also want to set up VRM files, I think, for my avatars.
Okay.
I'd like to be able to set up. I have all the blend shapes are all set up for it that'll work for it, but there's a little bit more to do with VRM, so that's what I'm gonna work into.
Okay. Oh, my cat. She's here on my foot.
They have risen.
Yep. Where did I last leave off? Was there an avatar that surprised you that did pretty well? Like you shocked that it was selling well and everything, or even asset?
I think I'm honestly always shocked that they do well. If they do. I mean, like, I never expect it. Most of the time when I'm working on projects, I make stuff for myself, like what I'm comfortable wearing, what I want to wear. So, I mean, if it does well, I'm really, really grateful for it. But if it doesn't, it's like it's something I'm still going to enjoy and love. So it doesn't really matter to me. To be
That's
honest,
fair.
I don't care. I
That's
just
fair.
like
Yeah.
make a pretty ladies.
I not everything I make is everyone's cup of tea, so it's all one of those things where if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Some of my older stuff still sells. I'm like, oh, people are still buying that. It's like I want to redo that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's a dream avatar that y'all want to make? Like, it'll be something later on in the future. Just will take some time.
I mean, I think the biggest thing with me is if there's something I want to do, I'll at least try it once. Like, I'll at least, and if I can't do it, I can't do it now. I'll try again later. But, like, don't let anything hold you back. Just try it. Just try to do it. If there's one thing I'd really, really love to do is I've done one before with Erikis, which her base is a ball joint base. I completely made from scratch. I think I'd want to redo that and do it a little bit nicer again. Make it a little bit more fleshed out and pretty textures and everything. So that'll be a big project, though. Really big project.
I think my bigger project of the year that I want to do is the magical girl themed idol, where she's a human idol by day, and then by night she turns into a magical feline to defeat enemies.
I love that.
I would love to actually have a full animation that goes from human to furry, of somehow probably with the dissolve toggles of how her magical girl outfit turns on. But I wanna that's gonna be near the end of the year, I think, because I want to get better at making clothing. And there will be a lot in that project because I'll have to put the head and whatnot on one mesh and use UV tile discard, and yeah.
A lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff that goes to work into avatars that people don't know.
Oh yeah. A
It's
lot.
a lot of work.
I think it was already asked. Do you do anything outside of VR chat? Y'all both play games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Games.
Yeah,
Games. Try to keep the house in order. Try to cook.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Games. We sit in VCs all day too, and it's just we're all kind of with each other all the time. A lot of the time.
Yeah, we are pretty much together 24/7.
Maybe not 24/7, but it's usually once we've got at the computer for the day, we're putting ourselves in a VC and starting to work. And someone joins, and yeah.
Yeah. What's your goal when making the avatars or even assets?
Oh, like the main.
Learn something new.
Yeah, learning new stuff. More of I always like to try new styles and do different things. Try themes that maybe I thought would be a little bit scary, but then end up being really cool. So like the one I'm working right now, she's a lionfish mermaid. I was always scared to do a mermaid tail, but I made her mermaid tail, and now I can play mermaids.
I
want to steal the tail so I can make a feline mermaid.
Oh my gosh, a cat. She'll be a catfish.
Oh, well, okay. I thought of doing like a cat axolotl, like an axolotl cat.
Oh, that would...
But the Quetzalcoatl, it sounds so bad. um, just yeah, just a furry fish.
A furry fish.
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 Fish. Would either ever do a follower collab? What? Oh, like making followers?
As
I'm
in-
guessing?
Like making followers together? Or doing a collab with some of our followers? I don't know.
Yeah, there's two possible answers to that.
Yeah.
Because are we talking about a follower as in all of the above?
All the
All of this. Oh my
Very
gosh.
different things. A follower
Yeah,
collab and
well-
or a follower.
Between the two of us, we have talked about doing a collab potentially this year.
Yes.
So there's that.
It's on my bingo
And then-
card.
Doing a collab with someone else, I think it would probably be someone that like one of my friends that I know I would do a collab with. Especially since like I want to know the person I'm working with. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
You also have to be able to find people with similar workflow styles, because some people are faster than others, and some people run on a more time schedule of wanting to get stuff out and don't want to rush things, but also need to be able
Yeah.
to complete things. But yeah.
What was the trigger that got you guys into avatar and asset creation? And then what keeps pushing you guys to keep making more? That's what someone asked.
the biggest thing for me, I think, is at the time when I first started playing, there was safe for work avatars, but there really wasn't a lot. And I was like, not only do I want a safe for work avatar, but I want something cutesy and comfortable. And for my personal preferences, I'm kind of picky. So I was like, for my personal preference, it was really, really hard to find. So I was like, okay, well then I'll just make some stuff for myself. So that's what I started doing, is I started making personals. And then after a while, I had people kept asking for them. And so then I made a public world. And so I had a public world for like a year. And then I started selling. And then same with assets. It got to a point where I couldn't afford buying assets because they're just so expensive a lot of the time. And so now I make assets and then I try to put them out cheaper. So hopefully people can afford a little bit more if they're not yet able to make their own. So
Yeah. I think one of the pushes being able to make stuff that people can use, but like yeah, one of the largest thing of making assets is it's free. It's free to making stuff is better for your wallet, I suppose. But I try to do a mixture of stuff. I do like doing stuff from scratch because it is something that I can say I made on my own. It pushes the away from people who are like, oh well, this is just a kit bash, and I'm like, well, not actually, because there's a lot more that goes into it. But also using other people's products too is nice because then it's how the world goes round.
Yeah, it's a good learning point to use other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be ashamed.
And it supports
to use
other creators
stuff.
as well. Yeah, it supports other creators as well. But yeah, sometimes it's nice you just made something yourself, and it gives you a little bit more feeling of feeling proud.
Mm-hmm. Like, I made that.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
Would you ever do a meet and greet in the future?
So I've never really, I don't think I've only ever run one specific meet and greet. I do run a lot of game nights. They're usually random. I don't set them on a calendar. It's just more of whenever I'm in the mood for games, I'll be like, hey, here's an instance. Come join if you guys want to. So if you're in our group, there's a link in my server. I usually will ping the game nights role, and I will also put out a notification in our group that a game night is going. So that usually that gives you an opportunity to meet me. Kitrion will join, and then once in a blue moon, G joins too.
Yeah, most of the time I'll be going through there. I do have my own group, and I do want to start running my own community nights for games. I just haven't quite got there yet. I've been meaning to. It just hasn't happened yet. I'm really awkward meeting people, though. I'm very quiet normally, and I'm the person that just kind of sits, and I'm like, do I fit into this conversation? Nope, we're gonna keep my mouth shut. So I enjoy meeting with people, but I also very much enjoy having my space. And games are probably what I'll do the most, just because it gives myself to focus on something else as well as around. But yeah.
My cat's really screaming.
Meow. Meow.
When someone asked would you do the meet and greet, they asked if you would want it to be all your creations. Like, would y'all want y'all's avatars to be worn there, I'm guessing.
Oh, I mean, I don't care what you wear. Wear whatever you're comfortable in, and it doesn't have to be at work. You could come as a freaking marshmallow, and I'd be still happy to see you. I don't care. Wear what you want.
Yeah, it's very much wear what you want. We got ads.
Oh, love that. Sorry, guys.
I don't know. I show up in what you want. If you wear our stuff, you wear stuff. If you want to wear a marshmallow,
yeah,
or a fallback avatar, it could be a single polygon. It could be a triangle.
You're like, where would you want? I don't care.
Maybe if you're playing a game, at least be the same height as everyone else, so we're not having to reach down to kill you in a game of murder or blackout. But
yeah,
that's all I care about. It'd be the same size. It'd be roughly the same size as everybody.
Yeah.
No cheating, no making it.
And everything's safe for work. Everything obviously should be kind of obvious, but safe for work. So only wear safe for work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on fan art, and what has been your favorite you've gotten?
I love to see fan art. It makes me. It makes my day. It makes my day. I will freak out over it. Like, most of the time, I'll be in call with either Kitrion G, and if I notice it and they haven't seen it yet, I'll be like, you guys need to go look what this person did, look what they drew. Yeah. And then my favorite, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong about the name, but I'm pretty sure it's from Star. If Star's in here and I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. But they did a drawing of all of our plushes, like, all together. And that's my favorite. They're all a little derpy, and I love it so much. It's so cute.
Yeah, I think you guys have gotten the most fan art. I've been looking to get more fan art for my characters. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Go make fan art for Kitrion.
Go make fan art. Go do it.
Go do it. It's time to eat the tablet.
People know I exist, but most people.
Okay. Listen, if you guys want something to draw, go draw her pie turtle. Draw the pie turtle.
Draw Sheldon.
Sheldon.
I'm bad with names. I forgot his name again, but I love Sheldon. He's so cute.
Sheldon. I haven't made very many stuffed animals recently. I think Was Sheldon the last one? I've done the cat and a tank, a cardboard tank, the cardboard tank.
Oh my
cat.
gosh.
I remember.
It
I
was General
have-
Fluff. General Fluff.
General Yeah, I was looking at your story and I saw him. I'm like, oh, I love him too. I have
made
3 more
more,
questions left.
I guess,
Flows, yeah. Ask away.
Yeah, but yeah. Who is a creator you look up to, or like your favorite? Do you have any people that you look up to?
Oh my gosh. I have a long list. But some probably the ones that kind of motivate me is Kozu. Kozu, I've met her. She's really, really sweet. Thick Witch is amazing. One of the
Yeah.
kindest people I've met too. Definitely like Nessie and Sakura. Their hairs are just next level. Beautiful. I
Yeah.
mean, I could just keep going. There's so many people that are so talented, and yeah, everyone I've met has always been really, really nice. So
Yeah, G and Nova are probably some of my bigger people that I look up to.
No,
gonna cry.
Yes,
I'm gonna cry.
Take it.
you already know this. You know this. I definitely gravitate to
Creators that have gravitated to making some of their own stuff. I gravitate to the creators that are making stuff from scratch, because they're the ones that I'm looking from, or how it's made. Because it's like you when you work with stuff, it's like you kind of look at it. And I'm like, okay, this is the topology. This is the topology I should be looking at. Thick Witch is one of mine. I really enjoy her stuff. I wear a lot of her clothing. I do enjoy Nessie's hairs. Yeah, I wish I could make hair like Nessie.
Yeah, everyone I
love
interview
Nessie in
is
this
always
household.
Nessie. Nessie's always mentioned. Even the other creator you mentioned, I forgot her name. The other hair asset creator.
Sakura.
Thank you.
Sakura, yeah. I might be saying it wrong, but
So if it's Japanese, it'd probably be Sakura. But I could be wrong. Because I think there's an I in there, so it'd be an E sound. But
Mhm.
I love her Aphrodite hair. Her Aphrodite hair came at just the time I needed it. I added it to Makisa. I was like, I needed a curly half updo, and I just wasn't finding it. And I kind of found something, and then that hair came out, and I'm like, give. It's going.
Thank you.
It's being used. This is exactly what I needed.
Oh,
it's
I know.
always
We're
nice to
Searching the Jinxie marketplace every so often is just looking through, and I'm like, I needed that. Where were you when I needed you a month ago?
Fair. Also, hi Merrick and Otter.
Yeah.
I know you're there too. Sorry, my mod showed up and his girlfriend's with him, so I said I was gonna call out both of them. I had to. What is your favorite avatar to use, or that you have not seen created by yourself? Oh, so outside of what y'all make.
okay.
Where?
I know my answer instantly. A lot of the models that I use from them are a little older, but they're very colorful and very, very much pretty. I love birdie avatars. I really, really like Bellamy Prime. She was the first avatar I ever bought and used. I still use her to this day. She's not available anymore. She was an older Unity version, but gorgeous model. I also have another one from her, which is available, Elgato. That model I absolutely love. She has a cozy sweater and pants, and that's usually what I'm running around in public is Elgato. So if you see me, I'm probably wearing her.
Yeah, if I'm not wearing my own Foxy Paws is actually someone else. So I is a creator I look up to. But that's probably as a creator. But I use a lot of her models because this is one of hers. I was using Aurora for a bit. I didn't do a strong edit of or really an edit of Aurora. I was trying to working on it, but I never got around to it. But I used Aurora and Cleo for a bit, but I've now settled into the Nebula. But I guess it's a personal edit. But it's a personal edit. But I do enjoy the look of her a lot.
Blender or Unity?
Blender.
Oh my gosh. Blender. Yeah.
Blender. Blender I can also make look pretty, and it can be green and yellow and bright. Unity is somewhat drab.
Unity, I love the materials. So I do like Unity. The only thing I don't like is it has a fit over nothing majority of the time. That's the only reason I hate it.
Oh, I got another.
Yeah.
You're 5 away.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I did mention in my server, if you didn't see my announcements, if
They get to 400, I will do a giveaway for an avatar. So
I'll double it. I'll double it.
yeah.
If you guys get it to 400, I'll do giveaway. I'll do a giveaway. Gotta get it to 400 followers.
I know, and I said when I hit 200 in my server, I'm doing a giveaway in there too. So, oh my god. Panic! Panic! Ah! Oh my god. Yeah, no, when I asked the Blender Unity question, everyone says Blender. I had one person be like, oh, I love Unity more than Blender. I was like, wow. So, that's absolutely insane with everyone agreeing Blender, Blender, Blender.
Yes.
I
Is this about Guardy asking about 515? Not my server. No, it's follow Light Ice Queen in on Twitch. Get them to 400. I'm at my get them to 400. I'm already yes.
Oh, just the oh. That's so funny. Just the oh. Shout out to the people. Hold up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Last question I have on my list. Oh, they'll die over there.
don't worry, I'm not dying yet.
Yeah. Last one. I'm just recently been asking this one because I really love it, and I know both of y'all add lore to y'all's avatars. Like, what do when you make the avatar? Do you already like get lore added into your head and all that stuff, or like what's the process of that?
Yeah, usually I will do like a basic lore, like a paragraph of how I want this character to be, like what I think this character is to me. Like we'll get a basic, like how old are they, how are they raised, are they going to be, like what is their personality traits going to be. So usually it's like the main development of that type of stuff, and then I will make a channel and have that, and then after that I'll build them. And that kind of like, I do like the lore a lot, having a basic lore, because then that will shape how like I do materials and how I design the clothing. It very much is based on that. So I spend a long time on it. I'll think on it for a little bit.
Yeah, I try to get a basic idea, and then as I make the avatar, it just kind of develops a little bit more. I just kind of let things go as a flow, because they're more one-off characters. They're not an entire universe. So I wouldn't mind getting into that, but that's a lot of work too. I kind of like the feeling of just doing one-off characters right now, of mini stories.
A lot of my characters are actually built into G's worlds. So she has like a few different eras, and usually they will go alongside into her maps, because a lot of her characters' lores will intertwine with mine at some point. Whether they be partners or like they're friends, or like they get into a fight for some reason. So
Yeah.
These two two characters, they hate each other, so don't worry about that. That's their
they
lore.
hate each other.
Yeah. A portion of us, you, me, and Mystic, were thinking of working on having possibly working the circus avatars together.
Yeah, that might be what the
but
collab
I don't
is,
know
possibly
if that. Yeah,
circus.
possibly.
That's exciting. Though.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah.
Actually, I just thought of one more question. Obviously, I know y'all collab with each other. You and GM do, or whatnot. Is there anyone that y'all are really looking forward to, like wanting to collab with? It could be asset, avatar, anyone.
Yeah, I would probably love to collab with Kozu. I love their little creatures so much. I would love to do a little creature with them.
I love
think
that.
it'd be so much fun.
I don't know who I'd be like. I'm still very much of a loner of also working with you guys of Mystic. Me and Mystic need to do a collab with each other. I think a portion is I just also don't feel like my stuff is my stuff is quite there on a level that would be contributing of value to a collab right now. I'll get there. It's just not quite there.
Okay.
I think you're already there. I think you are. You're already there.
She's like, you made me cry. It's your turn to cry. That's so. What the heck? I'm broken. Help.
Oh no.
My screen turned black. What the heck? Okay, I'm back, guys. I don't know what happened. So, okay. Let me fix everything again, because stuff is breaking. You also have another question. So, let me fix that real quick. Actually, I can read it. I don't know if this is a question. Do either of you have an end goal with the avatar and asset creations, like making people happy, etc.?
Yeah, whenever I release something, my biggest goal is always to make sure someone's comfortable in what they're wearing. Whether it be like body modifications or different types of clothing, like making sure you're fully covered. I always like to have those options, just because like I know I'm comfortable with those options, so I'm sure someone else is too. Yeah, I love seeing people happy, definitely.
I like happiness is probably one of the big things, but having enough clothing options that someone could be in, like several people could be in the same instance with the same avatar and you're not looking at it the same. So whether it's hue shifts or clothing options, being able to mix and match all the clothing options pretty well, and then trying to do as much as you can for Quest, even though it's Quest.
Yeah.
It's been a lot harder to try and make things. Yeah, but having the ability for people to be able to wear more than one thing and be different.
Yeah. Okay, so those are all my questions that I have, and obviously y'all get to continue to keep asking questions. But we are now at the section of y'all have any questions for me. Same with chat. Chat can ask me questions as well. So go ahead and ask. If y'all have any questions for me, go ahead and feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, I will ask a few questions. I do know that you've covered a few in your other streams, but I'll just go ahead and ask them again, just so I'm sure there's new people here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I
so
don't
what
get to watch the
exactly?
streams very often, so I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So what
Case in point.
exactly
Tell
got
me.
you into what made you want to stream for VR chat? Like stream your content and like what we're doing now, we're sitting down asking people questions.
So I used to stream when I was a deskie, but because I did avatar like showcases, I would show off the avatars that people have made or I have a lot of and everything, and I did that for a little bit, and then when New Eden was doing their performances, like their dancing and whatnot, I did live stream that for a little bit too. Well, then last year I became a half body. Streamed that. I redid all of my avatar showcases. That took forever, but I did it. Because it's so much different showing like the avatars on desktop to half body. So it's like a huge difference between the two.
Oh yeah.
Well, then, I continue still doing those. Did the like avatar showcases, which I still do. But now last year I was on TikTok scrolling through, and I noticed someone doing an interview with a creator, like a content creator on TikTok, and that got me thinking. And I'm like, why? Like, we always see content creators being interviewed. It's always the content creators, but never the people that behind the scenes of the person that's wearing like the avatar maker. We don't see them being interviewed. So I threw the idea of like, would people be interested on being like the avatar creators being interested in being interviewed with me? That blew up like big time. Like big time. I had like a couple of people reaching out to me. They're like, "Oh, can I do it? Like, can I partake?" and all that stuff. And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And it's been really interesting hearing like obviously everyone either having the same answers or like different responses to oh my god. 400.
Oh my gosh, you guys did it. You guys did it. Let's go.
400.
Yippee. Well done. Yay. You deserve it so much.
Where's my tissues? I need them. I kicked them. There they are. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I got tissues. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, now we're 500 right at the corner. Oh my god. Thank you, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess.
You have nothing to apologize for. You guys better give her all the love in the chat.
Oh.
I love the love out of the hearts.
All of
my
the
God.
hearts.
Thank y'all so much. 500 is next. Oh my god. Thank y'all so
We're
much.
almost 75 away from that.
Oh. Thank you. I love you all so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my god. I guess I'll make an announcement on my server if y'all want to partake. There's my server if anyone wants to join. Thank y'all so much. Anywho. So yeah, I started doing the avatar interviews and all that stuff, and it's been doing really, really well. And all that stuff. So I've been having a lot of fun meeting so many different creators and new creators and all that stuff. And also working with them too of like meeting all the new people and hearing the different stuff and everything. And community also, because they're also curious too of like the behind the scenes stuff of avatar making. They always have questions as well. So it's very interesting for them to hear y'all's side of it too, because they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously, y'all can answer questions, but like, it's so much different in person type of thing.
Yeah. Especially when it's like it's live, like they're getting the answer right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's why I'm doing it. And I've been having fun. And if you're a creator that wants to be interviewed, let me know. Um, DM me, join my server, because I'm pretty sure probably now I need to make it a thing for that. So yeah, join my server if you want to be interviewed. So yeah.
And I guess I'll have a follow-up question on to that one. So you're doing the not the Avatar Creator reviews now. Is there anything else you would like to do in the future, like other type of reviews or streams?
Yeah.
What are your future plans, I guess, is what I'm asking.
So I've made an announcement on my server. Right now, if I hit 500, I'm gonna be doing a big subathon. It's gonna be hectic, but it'll be worth it. Because that's my big milestone right now, which is coming a lot sooner than I thought. I still want to keep doing the
Only
Avatar.
79.
What? Oh my god.
At 421.
Oh my god. Everyone's gifting and everything. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm still continuing doing the avatar showcasing as well, which I show the avatar in the game and all that stuff, so they get to see all the customization, like all the options. Because like obviously they have the store page, but like seeing it in game is a little bit different than what I noticed.
100%.
So yes, I've been wanting to do that. I'm also with the interviews, I threw the idea of possibly interviewing maybe world creators, because I kind of want to pick their brains of seeing like what comes up with their ideas. Like one big one is, I don't know if y'all know the world organism or epilogue.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
creator.
Yeah.
I would love to hear like the stuff for his worlds. So I really want to maybe possibly dive into maybe interviewing world creators and all that stuff. So yeah, future plans for their interviews, it's actually I have two more wonderful creators I will be interviewing this Friday and Saturday. I will be interviewing Little Miss Pasta and Zafir Fantasy.
Ooh, yes.
Mm.
So I will definitely, if y'all are interested on that, definitely make sure to tune in on Friday or Saturday.
You guys should tune in on Friday and Saturday. They are both really amazing creators. You guys should. They make really pretty stuff.
Oh yeah, if you love the fantasy,
Inspiration for the Hat Man.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The story of the Hat Man.
I didn't realize the Hat Man. All I can think of is Slashko the Hat Man. And the Benadryl. The Hat Man.
I don't really have any more other like unique ideas for anything else, unless like people want to see other stuff, because it'd be interesting what people want to see, because I got nothing else.
Yeah. And then for your avatar reviews, could creators reach out to you if they wanted you to do a review of their model, or is that more just like reviewing models that you get yourself?
I actually have not thought about that. But yeah, if a creator wants me to review their work or anything, they're more than welcome to DM me or message me or join my server. 'Cause I feel like my server is probably now officially going to be like the place to go to for all of like anything that is related to like my streaming and whatnot. Because officially now my streaming is now my job, and I love it.
Yippee!
So yeah, they're more than welcome to DM me and all that stuff to see if they want to be reviewed. I usually did them because I own all of Kiani's models. I own all of From the Graves, though I work for them, but I still own like all their models. Straw Bunny is a big one that I've did, and also if I get more of their avatars, I go back and show off like the ones that have been released or missed out or something like that. So I keep updating when I do for the avatar like showcasing and all that stuff. So
Yeah, that's so cool. I'm very grateful that you asked us to do this. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm
Yeah,
happy to
thank
have
you.
fun.
Very enjoyable
Thank
time.
you.
Right now everyone's cheering in chat. So chat, if y'all still have questions, go ahead and ask. Be happy to ask any questions. Yeah, with my job with the streaming, it's actually so much easier for me. A lot of people that has been part of my my server / streaming knows that I have a lot of medical issues. So being able to do something at home is so much easier for me and all that stuff. So
I think we relate to that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So yeah.
The
do
optimize.
the optimization restrictions that you face frustrate you?
For me, no.
Quest-wise. Quest,
Okay,
yes.
Quest. I cry almost every quest conversion if I'm being real. They make me cry because I hate having to remove features, and then the features I remove, someone's upset that they're removed, and I'm like, I wanted to keep it, I really did, but I could not, and I always feel bad about it. It's like it's either I remove, like, it's always the world constraint. The world constraint, it's a world drop, so it's much more optimized for quests. So it's either I remove the world constraint or I'm removing 2 outfits. So it's like you gotta pick and choose. What do you want? It's like 2
And
of your
male
outfits?
models. Male
Or
models
world
are
drop.
just beefier when it comes to the quest convert. Because like Curio
Well,
had
so
to we had
yeah.
to separate, we had to remove Go-Go. We had to
Dang.
you had to remove Go-Go and separate them into 2.
Yeah, I had ones with Go-Go and ones without it, so there was still a version with it. But it's ridiculous. It is frustrating for Quest. PC side, I try to keep them under certain stats. The biggest thing is when I first started creating, I played on a laptop, and so my computer also had to be able to run that.
Felt that.
And I had to make something that was pretty but wouldn't kill me, and so I did my best. I've
Just
had a computer for 3 months now, though, but I still stick to the stats that I would use when I was on my laptop, and I could run with me and a few people shown, and I was fine. So I was like, okay, if I'm fine, someone else will be fine too. So
Okay. Yeah, I run on a laptop right now. So
I know the struggle. I know the struggle.
I will be getting a PC soon. So, yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting!
So, I will
Big
get a
upgrade.
PC and I will be I am using my husband's full body. So, I've been enjoying using that, which has gotten me I've been super busy with showcasing photography. It's been hectic. Because
Oh
I
my
was like,
goodness.
oh, here's an avatar. Hey, we need you for a showcase. So, like, okay, sounds good. Let me know when. So,
Yeah, it can get like that. I feel like it's always go.
yeah.
Make
But
sure
I'm
to take some
enjoying
time
it.
for yourself. Have some fun
yeah.
too.
No, I have tons of fun because it's getting me to like learn new things and everything, especially when I was converting from desktop to half body. I had to relearn photography again. And then when I became full body, it's really like I'm stepping out of like my comfort zone and trying new things and everything. So it's been super, super exciting to relearn and try to do new things and all that stuff. And if I'm not feeling well, I do not get on. So that's
Period. We take care of ourselves in this household.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if I'm like taking a photo and I start
Speak of for yourself.
He's like,
Listen,
oh.
we're working on it. You know, I'm calling her. When I first met her, she was eating uncooked ramen when I met her. Uncooked ramen.
Come on now.
No.
we enjoy the raw ramen. We enjoy the brick of raw ramen.
No. We at least got you cooking the ramen, okay?
So
oh
it's
my
like, damn, the
gosh.
call
I
out.
did start adding the cooking the ramen, but you know
It's nice to have crunchy ramen. Or take the crunch.
yes, it's crunchy. It's crunchy. I even started adding
The crunchy ramen to salads.
I encourage her to go back to it. No.
It is completely a normal thing to do. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just gaslighting me. It's perfectly normal.
Oh my gosh.
Also,
It's
ask your question.
no
Go
longer
ahead and
all the
ask.
time just a meal.
It's more than just a meal.
Just the look a butterfly. Change the subject. Let me enjoy my ramen in peace. Yeah, if you have a question, go ahead and ask. Like, ask away. We're at this part of asking all questions within reason. Don't be crazy. Is it easy to make flow toys?
I think there are some flow toys, like just like a basic strand. Really, a basic strand, it's like basic weight painting. So you could watch a basic weight paint video for just like a strand of faces, right? And that could just be your flow toy, the strand of faces that's rigged because you can UV and wrap and texture it, and you can put anything on that texture. Or like, for example, we've been seeing a lot of it recently, like basic shapes, like a string of paw prints or a string of fish. You know,
Yeah.
that's pretty basic stuff. So if you want to do flow toys, I'd start with that. The best optimized one is probably the plain, and then just UV unwrap it and texture it and do some pretty shit with it.
Yeah. Some of the disjointed ones too are also really easy to weight paint because if you have a string of objects and they're not actually all interconnected, when you place your bones on each individual area and then you weight it to that specific bone, having empty groups is usually better, and then going into manually use the gradient tool is a little bit better. It just kind of takes practice, I guess. I think when I made my Cyberflows, I had to do a little bit more trial and error with that one, but I had the individual things, but then I have tubes running through the entire thing, and I think I weight painted the individual objects, or no, I think I weight painted the tubes first, and then I paired the individual objects to the tubing. I think that's what I did. I don't know. I was playing around with it, but yeah.
Someone's like raw ramen ASMR.
I don't
Like, all I can think of is the cat gif of eating whatever treat it's eating.
I know what you're talking about. The crunchy stuff.
Nom nom nom.
For light, I've been distracted, so I'm sorry if this question was asked. What got you into this stream in the first place? What got me into streaming? I've actually been streaming for quite some time. It's been 7 years? I don't remember. But I streamed like
wow.
Smite, Dead by Daylight, Overwatch back then. I think I really started when COVID happened. That's probably the best time frame to put that in. But like it was a little bit before that as well. So, I stopped when we moved because I moved to Hawaii. And when I got into VR chat or whatnot, I decided to was like, you know what? I have so many avatars. Why not show them off on stream? So That's what really got me.
Here
into
you are.
Yeah, here I am. With all my friends and family, like, oh my god, I'm a celebrity, and I'm like, shut up. I'm still just a bean. Leave me be. So, yeah, that's what like got me into streaming. For Nova and Kitrion, between plushies and followers, is there a difference in difficulty, or is it somewhat the same? That isn't a very interesting question.
There is a difference, because a plushie is just a mesh that's rigged and like ready to go wiggly, and a follower actually has a little bit more to it because you have to do the animation for like if you want it to sit, you have to do the animation to make it sit, or if you want it to like run while it's running while you're running, you have to do that animation too. So they use the same.
You don't have to do
mesh,
that. Yeah.
but you don't necessarily have to do the animations to make it a follower. Like, you could just stick it in a follower system and it follows. But I like, if it's gonna follow, I'm gonna make it do something. So
Yeah, I think all I've done with mine is I just put it on there, but then I do add an animator controller to it and just have it have an idle animation. Is what I do for mine.
So there's a little
but
bit
I haven't
more
done
work,
very many
but it's not
followers. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little bit extra work, but it's not too difficult once you learn how to use it. Once you do one, you just use your one as a reference, and you can just keep making them.
The only thing I hate about followers is when you're working on an avatar and then you need to add the hue shift to it, because then you have to do, or at least for me, unless I'm doing it completely wrong, I have to lock the material so that I can click the avatar. Otherwise, it pulls the animator controller from the follower system. When I'm
I know what you're talking about. So
yeah,
to get around that. To get around that on the duplicate, you have to delete the animation controllers on the follower. So I guess there's that too. It can be a little difficult to like animate color and stuff on it, but
that's why. So if you lock the material, and don't touch the follower itself, you can animate on it without having to delete the animator controller. You just have to lock the material or lock the inspector, and then you can do it. But the moment you click the follower, you're duped. It will you're duped. To redo it. But yeah, you can do that without having to remove it. But all right, good thing that's a thing then. Good. I guess technically I could probably animate it. No, it's it's still probably easier to do that.
I swear, we always learn stuff every day, pretty much. You think you know everything.
We do.
You know.
Yep.
We do.
I'm gonna let this run. We're gonna continue to talk for a little bit. If you have any more last questions, ask them away. We'll end the stream pretty soon because we've been streaming for an hour 40, almost 50. It's
Oh my
almost
goodness.
2 hours.
I
I
did
told
not
you
feel like
it
2
goes
hours.
by-
Wow.
It goes
Oh,
by
wow.
so fast, especially since both of y'all being here, both communities, because I know your community is big, and basically your communities with their communities, so like it's pretty big.
Yeah.
If people know me from my stuff, they more likely know me because I've uploaded their avatars and I'm the uploading fairy.
Yeah.
I love that.
They've recognized her as our uploader.
I don't get recognized for my own stuff.
But yeah, I did tell
yeah,
you it goes by
most of my
quick.
community is their community.
It goes by
Yeah,
really
it really. I
fast.
was. You said that. I was expecting you to be like, "Oh, it's been an hour." No, it's been 2 hours. It's like what?
Jeez.
Yeah, the longest
Doesn't
stream
feel
I've
like it.
had was
Oh yeah, 2 hours online. Yeah.
4 hours. The longest interview I did.
Okay.
Because I had,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
my questions and everything, and then when I was like, all right, it's now your turn to ask me questions, they're like, all right, I'm ready. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay. Question for Kitrion. Are you swinging?
I have a hammock. I am in a hammock.
So it is
Perfect for stimming it. Perfect for stimming. But yes, I am swinging. It is a
great conversation starter.
I was
I'll be
waiting
in a
for
public lobby. I don't have to be the one talking, and people are like, "Are you swinging?" It confuses people.
It's like, what are you doing? I knew
Oh my
someone was gonna
gosh,
ask
her-
eventually.
Yeah, right. Her and Mystic have swings actually, so they'll be sitting there together just swinging
So does
the whole
G,
time we're
yeah.
on. G has a swing too, so I'm sitting here like, I guess I need to get a swing now. Everyone has a swing. I don't got a swing.
You can find them. So this one's not actually attached to the roof. I'm in a rental. But you can find freestanding hammocks. I think that's just an outdoor hammock chair thing, but I got it for the inside, so it works. It squeaks a little bit, but it's okay. I think I only spent like 124 on it, so like it was fairly cheap. But it works.
It works.
Someone's like, I'm gonna get one. I want to swing.
Oh my gosh.
join the swing cult.
The swing. The swing.
We'll have to make a
Cult of
swinging
the
group
swing.
now. Cult of
Yes.
the swing.
Okay, now y'all need to make an avatar with a swing.
Synchronized swinging. Okay,
We're gonna
here's
have-
the thing. We were talking about it actually earlier. Is adding. I was thinking of modeling a hammock or a swing to add to my avatar, so that if I'm in a public lobby, I can attach the swing, and it will actually look like I'm actually swinging.
Oh my goodness.
Swing cult. Swing cult. Is what someone's chanting in chat.
I synchronized swinging. There we go. It won't be synchronized swimming. We'll have synchronized swinging.
Everyone's like, all right, ordering a swing.
I think I've convinced people to buy swings as well. They've seen it and they're like, "Oh, this is what I need."
I am not gonna try to repeat that. I'm gonna butcher it. It's just trying to say it. It's like a
Synchronizing
tongue
swinging,
twist.
synchronizing swinging.
It's a tongue twister for sure.
It really is.
Oh, I know you're still here, Tiki. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think my mouth is too dry to try and say that fast. Can do long.
I don't have the water.
Yeah, we haven't. Water.
Been yapping.
Water. Give me water. The sweet. Yeah, everyone heard Tiki. Yep. Soon I'll have an emote for the stream so everyone can spam Tiki.
Oh my gosh, yes, we need a tiki.
There's a
When was the last time I
Nezuko
actually
one.
drank water.
There's a Nezuko one. I have a chinchilla,
Mm.
so there she has one.
Oh,
So I need to get one for Tiki. Yeah, I do.
I drink lots of water.
It's just filtered through coffee beans.
oh my god.
Accurate. What breed is the cat? Oh, she's a gray tabby. Gray tabby. But I think I'm gonna end the stream there. Thank y'all both so much for joining with me and being interviewed with me. I hope y'all had fun with the stream and see me
Thank you for having
cry.
us. It was a lot of fun. It was so much fun, and grateful for the opportunity to just sit down and interact with your community, and just it was really fun.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
I'm
now
glad
you're
you
about-
had fun. Yeah, and now
Yeah,
500.
about 65 away now.
65, something like that. 65 away from 500.
Yep.
Almost halfway there.
Yep. Thank y'all so much for getting me to 400. I greatly appreciate it. It looks like I'm gonna be doing giveaways soon. So be ready for those.
Yes.
And both Kitrion and I will be doing a giveaway since you guys got her to 400 as a little thank you.
Mhm.
So
Yes,
So
yes.
check
Our servers out for those because Nova's will run in theirs, mine will run at mine.
You'll need to join my server for mine.
Go join now. But yeah, go support both of these two lovely, amazing people. They deserve all the love and support. I say so. And be ready for Friday and Saturday for kindly threatening viewers to join. Of course. Be ready for Friday and Saturday for 2 more Avatar creator interviews. So be on the lookout for that. And I will see y'all in my next stream. Bye bye.